Hello, everyone. This is your weekly reading from June 28th to July 4th, so this coming week. I have pre-chosen the cards, and we are actually taking from the Sacred Destiny Oracle card deck. I believe I had done that from the full moon reading, so we have the Sacred Destiny Oracle cards at that point, and we also have the Divine Guidance cards as well. I'm doing basically 4 cards from the Sacred Destiny and 3 from the Divine Guidance. And it's kind of a mish-mash. So basically, it'll kind of be a culmination between Monday and Sunday. So the first card that we have, we're going to go right into this, is abundance. Oh my goodness. Funny, because I believe abundance might have actually come up in a past reading, whether it was in the full moon reading or another one. This is a beautiful card. What a way to start out the week. Abundance. I'm going to continue to read through the deck as well, through the guidance deck, and just basically go from there and give you my interpretation of it as well. Because I do think that the guidance books are quite valuable, and they were written for a reason. So we have abundance. This is called Wildflower Wonderland. Wildflowers are not intentionally planted. They are untamed, natural, and free. Their fragrance calls bees to pollinate them so that seeds are created to continue the cycle of life. These kinds of natural flowers don't try to be profuse and beautiful. They just are, without struggle or worry. They are abundant without effort. Prosperity is your birthright, and the grand profusion of a field of untamed flowers reminds you that a windfall is coming. It's simply a matter of aligning your vibration and frequency with that which you desire to manifest. So the sacred landscape wants you to know, this is the message. Everything is blossoming in life. Open yourself to receive. Abundance, fulfillment, and prosperity are ready to be activated in your life. Life desires you to prosper. You are moving toward an outpouring of money, energy, time, or love. Opportunities are limitless. However, you must take action in the direction of your dreams. Don't wait for abundance to fall into your lap. Take steps. Give deeply and fully. Don't hold back. This card reveals that this is a great time to make investments. The more you give with a free and open heart, the more you will receive. Be grateful for what you already have, and even more will flow to you. What a wonderful message. I say this because I think a lot of you don't realize that, how abundant you truly are. In this particular time, I think we're running into just that knowing that things that are around us, we may not look at them as abundant. But look at what's happening now. At least in the Northern Hemisphere, we do know that we have flowers that are growing, and the trees are vibrant and green. We've got plants that are growing as well that are maybe vegetable gardens, herbs. My herbs look great. I'm so happy. And there's so much to be thankful for, so much to be grateful for. Number one, we've actually made it this far. So in this first few days of this week, we are reminded to remember how abundant we are. And if you don't think you're abundant, think twice, because you are. There is an abundance factor that is also coming. The more you believe that you are abundant in many different ways, in all different ways, as they say, money, love, your finances, your nature, everything that's around us, abundance can mean so many different things. And if you do believe that you are, you will generate the vibration of energy that will also allow you to have more abundance of the same and of more. The more you're grateful for it, the more you push that abundance vibration forward. So there may be things that are going to happen around the world that might actually say, yeah, that makes me abundant. I feel more abundant than maybe some other people. Or 2, may actually question your abundance. And this is calling us to remember that we are here because we are supposed to live and enjoying joyful life. When you think about what's going on around us, it doesn't seem as joyful. But when you think of what's in here, really go within and just think about what you have. A roof over your heads, maybe you've got a partner, or maybe you're very happy with yourself as yourself. This is a very important message, and I believe the abundance is going to carry throughout the week as long as you let it. Allow yourself to be abundant, and not set yourself in a prison. In that prison, all you see are the four walls. There's nothing in it. There's nothing past it, and there's nothing moving forward in it. But when you think that you are abundant, those walls fall down, and you pretty much see that right through everything. You are an abundant person. No matter if anything around you or the experiences that you're having right now seem to be, maybe they're not as favorable. Maybe they're at this point where you're feeling a relationship is not going as the way that you planned, or your financial matters are sinking. These are how you are feeling at this time. This is saying rise above, because your countenance is to be abundant. So rise above that thought pattern and believe that you are abundant and that you are supposed to be abundant from now and always. And you'd be surprised at how much that vibration will start to come to you, that energy will start to pave the way for more and more abundances. And look at all aspects of abundance, not just financial, not just the material. Look at all aspects, abundance of friends, of love, and love can mean more than just a relationship with a person. You could have this wonderful relationship with your dog or your cat, or nature and other animals outdoors. So think about abundance in all ways. The next card we have is trust. Interestingly, these cards have come up before for readings I've done for others, so I apologize for that. Trying to hold it up and have it so that it's being seen. I don't even know if you can see the name at the bottom, but trust. Now, I always say that my cards tell a story. So what's happening is you are abundant, and you must trust that you are abundant. Throughout this week, you might find circumstances which may question trust, may have you question what is to be trusted. And I believe trust is a big thing right now. It's a huge, huge vibrational factor that is governing our planet and the way we feel at the moment. So this is a big one. And this is mid-week. It might, again, any of these cards might actually find a more relevance or an alignment with you in different parts of the week, other than that which I mentioned. But the cards will probably resonate in some way. And even if they don't seem quite of what you're thinking for this particular week, it might also, when you reflect upon this week or the week after, it might actually come into alignment with you. Trust. Desert vision. The desert seems parched and devoid of life, yet it is to the desert that spiritual sojourners go to gain messages from the Creator. Traditionally, the desert is the place of spiritual cleansing, renewal, and profound healing visions. Just as desert terrains can feed our souls, they also nourish lands thousands of miles away. For example, the Sahara Desert and the Amazon rainforest are a great distance from each other. One is a vast, dry area of sand and scrub, while the other is moist, lush, and green. And yet they are connected. Annually, thousands of tons of nutrient-rich dust from the Sahara crosses continents in the upper atmosphere and deposits vital phosphorus and other minerals to the Amazon, which is needful of those exact nutrients. So the sacred landscape wants you to know this is a powerful and important card to receive. Even when things seem parched or not fruitful, a deeper energy speaks of the power of your inner knowing. Meditate. Trust those nudges from the universe. Your celestial advisors are close now. You are now open to receive some of the most important messages of your life through your intuition. Your intuition is spot on, so trust it. And even if there are some areas of your life that seem lackluster, know that other areas are being fertilized for a resplendent future. Have faith and know that there is a higher purpose. Boy, this is great. And does it ever pinpoint exactly what's happening today? They're saying, trust that you are a powerful being no matter what is going on around you and what is happening and what you hear. The universe is at your disposal and basically got your back. You're always going to be abundant in whatever. That is basically what it's falling back from the past card, saying that trust that your advisors are close, trust that your guides are near you, and that they're helping you through whatever circumstance you're going through right now, including the current global circumstance. We're not alone here. We're definitely getting a lot of help. Trust this, even though it may seem that there are challenges coming to you from left and right. Trust that there is a purpose and that you are here for a purpose. Many of us are actually believing that this purpose is now at hand, that we've opened the door and we've stepped into that purpose. And many of you may resonate with that. Others know that this is purposeful, that there is a reason why all of these things are happening, and that in this middle week, it may come to you where maybe it might be a download, maybe it might be something of an aha moment where all of a sudden you think that you might have some answer to some question that you might have posed, whether it was for a global question or a question within. Question maybe about career, finances, a relationship, love, nature. It could be that you get some type of download. And I'm also getting that if you do get a download, you may not be able to sleep very well. The reason why is because as we get downloads, we have the opportunity to pretty much take in what is given to us, and then we kind of wake up at that point just to process some information. You go back to sleep, and then another download, we might wake up again. So your sleep might be interrupted when you get these particular aha moments or downloads. And I believe that that may just happen to many of us this week. But know that no matter what is happening, even though it seems like things might be dire, there is a purpose, and that all you have to do, send love to the situation. If you can't do anything else, or you prefer not to do anything else, send love to the situation. So the next card that we have is actually through the Divine Guidance deck. And I'm just going to show it to you. It's actually such gorgeous, gorgeous cards. They are fractal art on the cards, and I think they're just absolutely stunning. So this is called Wisdom Guide. Wisdom Guide is here to help you with taking in new information and teachings. Whether you are taking courses, going back to school, or learning a new skill or craft, you will find that you are able to process and retain new information more easily. Wisdom Guide also helps you to gain new insights and understandings through the intuitive channels, turning your knowledge into wisdom. Remember I was saying about downloads? The Wisdom Guide, or basically the wisdom of many generations of coming to this earth and many ancients, will be there at your disposal. And especially at this particular time in history, or in our particular time being here on earth, we are getting many, many, many different downloads. We tap into those little chunks of information and bring them up to the fore when we need them. And in fact, we may be very unconscious that we're doing that. Sometimes it's that knowing what to do when you're not really sure how conscious you are in knowing that you know. I hope that made sense. So the Wisdom Guide it's very, very much saying that not only is there going to be new information. There may actually be information that comes out from the global atmosphere as well that you will be taking in. And I'm kind of getting it in such a way that we might be getting a lot of information and then having to piece it together, and always research that, always question the information that comes in. Make sure that you're not taking it just for the sake of it being there. The information will come in, and then it's up to you to discern whether or not you can trust that information or not. The next card we have, oh, this is such a beautiful one too, actually. I just love this deck, is celebration. And at this particular time, I'm just going to put it on one side or the other here. Maybe it's easier on this side. A lot of us are going through the opening and lessening of restrictions. And it is a time of celebration. And also, this would coincide kind of going into July 1st for Canada Day. And we're also going to cover July 4th for the US celebrations there too. So it's definitely a time to celebrate. It's time to take off your work hat and let your hair down. It's time to go and have fun. Sing, dance, play, and be wild. Really let yourself loose. Let go of the stresses of your daily life for just a little while and get out and enjoy yourself like you used to before you grew up. Your heart needs this. Your mind needs this. And most importantly, your spirit needs this. Get out there and celebrate life, celebrate pleasures, and celebrate being you. Boy, that's a great way of looking at it. Celebrate being you. This time of celebrations, basically, we'll have, a lot of us will have the opportunity to at least be with other people. If you don't, then make sure that you're at least on some kind of a visual to be able to be with other people. But celebrate this time. Just putting it this way, celebrate no matter what. Celebrate being you. Celebrate being here. No matter what the situation is, that you are alive and that you are here to experience. And if you can, then what you're doing is you're actually creating that abundance thought patterns within yourself as well to create more celebratory times for yourself. Celebrate now while you have the chance. The next card we have, and we're going into the weekend now, the following weekend, is another lovely one. And it's got the colors of actually more so yellow and orange. I think those are, and there's a couple spots of green. I want to point that out right now because the colors are very important. The yellow color coincides with the solar plexus chakra, which is just above the navel. It is an area of energy that is our core, and it basically influences our confidence and power. The orange is just below it, just around the navel part, and that's the sacral chakra, our creative center, also our sexual center, but it's sexual, not just in the physical aspect of it, but our gender and our creative forces. Amazing centers, these two coming up. Plus the green that I mentioned on either side, do you see, is that of the heart chakra. So what this coincides with is infinite love. This card represents the infinite love that not only resides within you, but is you. The entire universe is the vibration of love energy. Spirit sees your beautiful heart and is calling you to allow this loving energy to flow fully into you and from you. It will heal your hurts and negative past experiences, helping you connect with the true immortal being of light that you are. It is your light and your love that this world needs most. It's time to let the love flow. Wow. In this time, kind of what I'm getting is that the world is going to need the love. So I don't know what will happen. I do know that, again, as truths come out, there will be some thought patterns of unrest, whether it's within our thoughts or actually in physical unrest across the world. And with that, it means that we need to send the love. In fact, that is what the world is kind of lacking in right now, is a little bit of that extra unconditional love. Infinite love is basically our what we came here for. We came from a universe of infinite love. That means that we're loved, we are love, and we can send love, and we can send it very potently. I'm saying that because I've felt that before when I've sent out love in the form of Reiki energy. It is amazing. Do yourself a favor. Send yourself love, send your relations love, and send the world love this week. Give yourself that opportunity. You have it within you. Everyone has it within you, within them. Infinite love. And it's definitely the vibration that would pretty much neutralize any hurts or any challenges or any problems that have been happening in the world. Now, I'm talking globally, but at the same time, if you look at a certain circumstance, whether you're dealing with one or you will deal with one this week, where it seems a little off, where there might be heads butting, discussions about things, try to see it from a point of love that is more compassionate. In other words, try to see it from the other person's point of view. That doesn't mean that you're going to allow everything to happen, whatever that everything may be action wise, but you'd be able to see what that person is going through their set of eyes. And it takes a lot of patience, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. It does take a lot for you to do that. And that's what we have within us, because we have unconditional love running through our veins. So use it for yourself in healing process as well, to heal any hurts from relationships that you may be experiencing at this time, whether it's romantic relationships, family, friends. You could be going through breakdowns of relationships at this time. And know that that is for a reason. Know that you are still of infinite love, and that you could send love to those relationships, regardless of how the emotions feel at this time. You may have to detach or disconnect from people. And at this point, you can still send love. Doesn't mean that you accept everything that has happened, because you always have a memory. The saying is forgive and forget. We can forgive, and I totally allow or allow myself and ask you to forgive. Forgetting is something that we're blessed with a memory, and we'll definitely likely remember, although down the road, chances are it'll probably become lesser and lesser. That feeling of pain will become lesser and lesser. So infinite love. We go back to the Sacred Destiny cards, and we now go into diligence. Oh, I love this card. Now, note some of these, I'm going to pull this over here. Some of these cards I haven't actually seen before. So it's kind of neat. Diligence, like that. We have, it looks as though a beautiful bird flying above farmers' fields or fields that have been sown for planting plants. So diligence, I went right to it. Wow. This is called fallow field. Traditionally, fields were left fallow, unfarmed, for extended periods of time to allow the soil to recover and rebalance its nutrients, to break disease and pest cycles, and to provide a haven for wildlife. Letting fields lie fallow meant that the subsequent crops were much healthier and more vibrant. Engaging in this time-honored process takes patience and diligence, but the results are worth the wait. So the sacred landscape wants you to know. There are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are other times to be patient, Step carefully and slowly and know that the benefits you will gain in the future will be worth it. Be attentive, meticulous, and persistent. Use this time to plan for action steps in the future. Be diligent and consistent at each step as you move forward. By doing so, you will harvest remarkable results in the years ahead. This is not the time for instant gratification. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. This is the time for deliberate organization. Clean house. Clear clutter out of your life. Be thoughtful about how you spend your time and be discerning when choosing with whom you spend it. Clear out relationships that do not support you. Funny that it, of course, piggybacks from the card before where I said that you may have to detach or disconnect from other relationships. Now, towards the end, I know that in astrology, we are having some pertinent planetary, I guess you can say, energies that are going to be affecting us in such a way that the planets that are aligning are in such a way of opposition, shall we say. So diligence is at this particular time, it might be best for us to start working on ourselves and things that we can do behind the scenes. Being diligent in the ways that you create. Say, for example, I'm creating my website. I have to be very diligent and recognize that it needs to be in a particular order, in deliberation. So being deliberate about certain things, not just haphazardly or being impulsive in some way. There could be some experiences that you might see in the global field that might seem impulsive, or some greater action may take place. In this case, what this is urging you to do is to look at it from an outer point of view, the perspective of the bird in this particular picture. Look at what is happening from an upper perspective. And know that when they're talking about the particular land that this bird is flying above, the fallow part of it, things need to be let alone for a bit before actually making a massive change, or basically leaving things alone sometimes will actually make a better change. That might go better for relationships, or maybe even material situations, financial situations, letting things alone so that they can revamp. This is also talking about taking action, but basically being very deliberate and organized action. It says clean house and declutter. This is a great time to just go through your garage, go through a room that you haven't actually dealt with, and clean it up. Right now, we're looking at the change of energy and changing some energy by getting rid of the old and bringing in some of the new. And that's kind of what this is talking about also with the fallow. By leaving, you could leave something alone, or you could help in creating the new energy by decluttering, downsizing, cleaning house, cleaning in general, actually physically, or even just cleaning your thoughts. And in that sense, my advice to you would be to take and write down some things. Take and write down things that you're willing to let go of at this time, and burn it. Burn it in your fire pit, burn it in a barbecue in the park, burn it outside somehow, or even inside at the sink, but be very careful. And also write down what you want to manifest. Because at this time, when you clean out the old, you want to actually, when you have room for the new, you want that new vibration to be something that you want. So that is something I would say with diligence. Be very diligent in how you are acting. And also, when I said before with the previous card, was be diligent, do your due diligence in research. Don't just take things for face value. Last card we have is also from the Sacred Destiny cards. And oh my goodness, what a wonderful card to finish with. And that is transformation. Isn't that gorgeous? We have a beautiful butterfly. Butterflies, dragonflies, they all, if they come around you, they all signify transformation. And there's many, many things that are transforming right now. Transformation, incredible. So from the beginning of the week, we're going to see a little bit of a difference at the end of the week. We're going to see just a slight change in the way that the beginning of the week started, and it's going to yield a transformation. So this card is called Blue Butterfly. It's no accident that the butterfly represents transformation, rebirth, and resurrection. Remarkably, when the caterpillar becomes a chrysalis, it doesn't just instantly become a butterfly. It actually dissolves into a kind of soup. In other words, it liquefies itself. And out of that emerges something completely different. It is a true transformation. In some cultures, blue butterflies are considered very good luck and even wish granters. In Native American tribes, it is believed that a wish whispered to a butterfly will be granted when it flies to the heavens. The Native American shawl dance, which celebrates renewal, is derived from the butterfly dance. Also, the color blue represents a calmness, peace, and spiritual attunement, and the blue butterfly is thought to carry all these meanings. So the message is this. This is the time for change, reinvention, or a rebirth into a new way of being. If you've been plodding along, this card suggests that you take measures to shift everything. Don't resist change. The blue color suggests a spiritual renewal or initiation. Transformation doesn't mean taking something old and remodeling it or rearranging a few things. It means becoming something completely different or doing something completely different. Change is often uncomfortable, but it is usually for the highest good. This is a very lucky card, and drawing this card can mean that a wish may be about to come true. Wow. I got so much with this transformation. We have a lot to let go of, for one, a lot of change of energy that is happening at this time, not only within ourselves, but also within the world. Now, with the changes that are happening on the outside, so in the physical and the global area, that is very uncomfortable. I mean, we all have felt it. We know that that transformation it has to happen because there's a lot of systems that are just completely outdated, not working at all. But this transformation is complete. Like we are talking about, not that it's finished, I'm saying that it's a complete transformation from the inside out. Call it soup, becoming something different. That's a great way of putting it, actually. The transformation that is happening on the outside is also transforming us on the inside. We are going through and seeing a lot of changes with regards to career, the financial situation, the economic situation, the compassion, the way that we live, the way that we see each other. I mean, all of that stuff that's happening on the outside, we are also going through some changes on the inside. And that inside is coming from changes that are given to us on a way, way, way greater global scale. That is, think outside the box. In our solar system, in our galaxy, in our universe, we are getting different types of vibrations coming through us, which is very potent to change our cells, our thoughts, our organs, everything within us, our DNA. We are getting so many different, what we would call light codes or light energy coming in at a different time that we are changing. So keep in mind with this complete transformation of everything around us and within us, that we have the opportunity to also, because we have free will, we also can create our reality. We can create it in such a way that it is a beautiful reality for ourselves. That involves, now going back to some of the cards from before, a diligence in shaking up that energy a little bit, and knowing that things have to be deliberately and organized, things that have to be done that need to be organized. We're looking at abundance, then trusting that abundance is coming, and that don't just also trust anything that's happening, also do your due diligence in order to get the right information, the greatest information coming to you. Know that your intuition is guiding you completely, because your guides are there to help you, wisdom guide. And knowing that as things are going the way that they are, you have the key. You have that infinite, unlimited love that you could send out there to create that loving, compassionate, and abundant life that you want to live. Now, the reading is for the week, but it definitely has chords that are going to go out throughout the month itself, the months, and the years to come up. These are all pretty much going to be cumulative, one after the other, and compiling like onion skins. So know that this week is going to be a pretty interesting week. Having said that, I hope you have a lovely week. Remember, you are loved. You are love, and you will always be able to give love. Have a wonderful Canada Day and a wonderful July 4th celebration, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.